My dad came in and he asked me, "How long do you think you've been asleep?" And I said, "A couple of hours," and he goes, "No, 32 days.
In late January, Cameron Martin developed a bad headache and a sore throat. 12 hours later, she was in the pediatric intensive care unit at St. Francis Hospital. She had come down with pneumonia, which suddenly developed into MRSA, an often deadly bacterial infection. This Vanita family was not ready for what they were about to face. Shortly after being hospitalized, Cameron took a turn for the worse.
I could hear them over the intercom saying, "We need every available nurse and doctor to room 105.
See the flood of nurses and doctors come running down the hallway, passing you, all running into that room. We're talking a very small room.
Sean and Julie Martin were told that their daughter needed to be put on life support for a medically induced coma to allow treatment. That was the last option.
My knees just started buckling and I thought I was just going to go to the ground. I got out to the waiting room and I just hit the ground. I just got to my knees. Started praying.
After 2 weeks, Cameron had not improved, and the Martins were told the odds of survival were going down drastically. But early on, Julie had had a spiritual experience while standing in front of the hospital elevator door.
I was standing there, and my sister said, "I just got this peaceful look about me," and she said, "I thought, is she going to pass out? What's going on?" She said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, God just spoke to me. He just gave me a peace. He said, "She's going to be fine. She's going to walk out of here."
On March 10th, Cameron came out of her coma. The doctors and nurses at St. Francis were amazed. Her case became known as the miracle in room 105. And for the Martin family, they know many hands played a part in her healing. Expert medical care, an outpouring of support from friends in the community, and prayer, including a prayer vigil at the high school stadium.
I'm telling you that the morning after that prayer vigil, everything started turning around for her.
When Cameron was finally able to leave the hospital, there were plenty of well-wishers on hand to welcome her home.
People along the sidewalks and signs. And his work did a sign, a banner, and they had two of their big trucks holding it up. It was pretty cool.
Lots of people stepped up to help Cameron when she came home. For example, her bedroom got a complete makeover thanks to Susan Parrott and the Klein Difference Foundation.
I cried when I went in my room. I never had a room decorated like that.
Cameron will have continued checkups in the coming months and will remain on medication and oxygen for a while. But she's a determined 12-year-old who's a real fighter.
I'll get rid of it eventually.